Hello everybody, I'm John.
And I'm Claire.
And today we're getting into an article called Monk Mode. Which is not talking about games where you can play monks, because that was the first thing I thought of. It's like, oh, monk mode, of course. It's when you play a game as a monk. It's not that. It's not talking about becoming a monk either. There's actually something else that we'll be talking about. But speaking of becoming a monk, I'll ask you, have you ever considered like becoming a monk or something similar?
You know, there have been times in my life when the stress of everything has gotten on top of me, things have been going wrong, and I've had those moments where I thought, maybe I should just run away to a monastery. Just shave my head, disappear, and live in silence. Wouldn't that be amazing compared to the craziness of real life?
Yeah.
I can't say I considered it for very long, but the thought has been there. Yes.
Typing out the transcripts. You're like, should I just stop it all and go to a monastery? Anyways, back to work.
Let's go monk mode.
Now, while you were doing like this sort of typing out the transcripts or preparing your lessons, et cetera, are you like focus on one thing at a time person or try to do a lot of things at once?
I think I've changed over the years, and over time I've become less and less able to multitask. I don't think I was great at it before, but I definitely remember at school, you know, working on multiple projects at the same time and it not being too bad. But these days I cannot do that. I'm the worst multitasker in the world. Even basic stuff like trying to, I think we've talked about this before, trying to talk to someone and watch television.
Yeah.
It sends my brain into absolute meltdown.
Correct.
I got to do one thing at once.
Correct. Yeah. And you know, they're coming out with new research that says multitasking isn't actually that good to do. At a certain level, you can start to become more productive, especially when you're doing multiple tasks, but maybe not at the same time. However, if you keep adding it, diminishing returns by a lot, which is kind of what this episode or this article is about. So let's go ahead and read the entire thing if you are able to, or just the summary if you are not, and figure out what monk mode is.
Monk mode. The idea of operating in monk mode has been gaining popularity. The goal is not to literally emulate the practices of monks, but instead to focus, monk-like, in a disciplined way on whatever you are doing. This runs counter to the popular habits of modern life, where we are constantly interrupted by various notifications on our devices, and it takes some willpower. Some find that using technology such as app blockers helps as well. Although it's not easy, this appears to be a more productive way to live and work.